It's official. I'm back. I gotta say, this feels like very weird. It feels very different from what I've been doing for the last 2 years. But got a lot of stuff to talk about, so I am just gonna get right into it. So last month, released New Frontiers, came out. To everybody who watched it, thank you from the very bottom of my teeny tiny heart. I really appreciate it. Now, because of that, gained a lot of new subscribers, and the question is, what happens now? So as great as New Frontiers was, it just isn't practically sustainable. Creating that took almost 2 full years. We're very happy and proud of what we put out, but at the end of the day, we just can't do it again. You can't do it forever. It's better to take things in short little bursts, which is what we're gonna get into today. Being a YouTuber was not in my 2024 to-do list. It kind of just happened. So the question now is where do you go from there? The main focus is going to be better projects on smaller scales. So things that can be executed at a higher level naturally because it's shorter. So rather than, doing a 3-hour long web series, I'd rather do a 8 to 10 minute short, but I can put a lot of focused effort into those 8 to 10 minutes rather than delegate it over, a few hours, which means more content for you to watch, which is why you're here. And, I get to diversify my portfolio, kind of show what I'm capable of, learn even more things, because that's a huge thing on each project. I want to kind of take away and learn something, and I'm going to be able to do that more when I am actively creating things and having projects that go start to finish a lot sooner than New Frontiers did, if that makes sense. So one of my favorite shows on Netflix is a show called Love, Death, and Robots, which you should only watch if you're an adult, so I'm just putting that out into the world. But what I want to do is be able to take that concept of doing these short, little contained, really high-end pieces, telling these short stories the best way that I can, but do it for video games and YouTube. So taking that kind of format and bringing it to the video game space via these short films, short stories, little contained things within video game worlds. Which, speaking of, we are already working on our next project, which don't want to give too much away, but it's got a little something to do with the Wild Wild West, and a certain game that came out in 2018. It was robbed of Game of the Year, but it was fantastic nonetheless. So what happens with the content on YouTube? Well, I want to be able to create more because now I am a YouTube paid partner, which means if I ain't making content, I ain't making money. And I need money to be able to sustain this because hopefully in the future, we'll be able to get away from unpaid projects where people are just volunteering into a place where we could eventually do our own IPs with fully paid cast and crew. That is the dream. But to do that, I need to generate something first. So that's where the content is going to come in. You're going to see way more regular content, whether that be live streams of the production itself or just playing games based around the short that I'm making. So that'll be super cool, and it'll be a little bit of a twist where I won't just be playing the game just to, goof off and do whatever. It'll be playing the game and then telling you what I'm looking for as I'm working on these productions. I'll be playing through the game. It'll still be fun, still be exciting, but I'll be walking through kind of what I'm looking for and what I want to implement into these shorts. But along with that, I plan on doing more frequent uploads where I do things like, for example, breaking down cinematic trailers from video games and kind of what I appreciate about them. I'm not any high-end level person, but I can bring a little bit of a different perspective, especially from the filmmaking side, which I think I can provide a lot of insight towards, where there isn't as much of that accessible online, because there tends to be this group of game developers and this group of filmmakers, and it's hard to get them to intersect. So I can hopefully bring a little bit of that together into a sauce, mix it around, have some fun, make new content. You get the idea. Along with that, there will also be regular devlogs that you'll be able to watch, same as we were doing with New Frontiers, Just these little updates that kind of show what's going on, what my process is. If something has drastically changed or I've learned something new, I want to be able to share that. Oh, there's a bug on my monitor. Get out of here, bug. Also, for anybody who was interested, because I saw a lot of it popping up when New Frontiers was premiering, there is now an official Plot Coalition Discord, which you can join today. It's a little bit different than other Discords. The link is in the description, so you can go down there, click on it, go over to Discord, and join over there. What's going to be going on over there? There will be different announcements about things going on with Plot Coalition, but in addition, that is also kind of your hub if you ever want to be a part of the project. I'll be making small announcements, putting out forums out there to where you can submit either to do acting, to do cinematography, to do animation, to do music, whatever you want to do. Those will be available per project, when we see roles that need to be filled. So there is one out right now for the short that we are working on. That one is in production at the moment, so most of the roles are filled. But if you want to just quick fill out that form, just so I can get a nice introduction to who you are and what you want to bring to the table in the future. If you do, then you can do that on the Discord. Also, we will be doing things like watch parties and stuff in there, just to make you guys feel more a part of this YouTube journey. In addition to that, you will notice on the Discord that there are some channels specific to YouTube members. So if you become a YouTube member, you get access to those Discord channels. If you want to become a member of the channel, it would be greatly appreciated. It'll allow us to generate more higher quality content for you guys. And when becoming a member, you get all sorts of cool badges and cool stuff that I've spent a ton of time setting up and making work. So if you want to become a member, you can sign up for the different tiers. You also get a bunch of exclusive content and interactive content that isn't available to general YouTube audiences. So if you're interested in that, want to continue following, and want to support the channel, becoming a member is the best way to do that. So something to keep in mind. So thank you again for watching this video up to this point, but also for supporting me along this journey. I could have never anticipated that I would come out the other side of this, going from 70 subscribers to over 10,000 subscribers. It's pretty wild, it's pretty crazy, but it gets me excited. And if you have any ideas for projects you think we should do in the future, please leave those in the comments below. And if you made it this far and you're still watching, well, you're a little bit invested. So go ahead and like the video while you're at it. It does help the algorithm, helps me, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, when I became a YouTube partner, I intentionally chose the option to not do mid-roll ads. So become a member, because I turned off the mid-roll ads so I don't bombard you with more ads than you need. All right, that's it. Go have a good day. Get out of here. Have fun. You go. You get out of here, little buddy. I need a light.